Welcome to Fried Wires with Dallas, all cash free.
If you think you know a thing about me, you might be wasting your time. Cause why you sitting here worried about me? I'm just worried about mine. We can agree to disagree and move on with our lives. You can do you, but I'ma do me, cause I live my life with pride. Here it comes to interception, getting in the way of your perception. As much as I would love to leave this shit alone, I didn't build these issues on my own. So now it's time to make the world my throne and rain down till the hate is gone. So why stand up? This is your anthem. It's time to change the world. Anthem. If you think you know a thing about me.
Welcome to the Fried Wires with Dallas, all cash free. We have the creators of the series, the Chester family, Tracy and Angela. We also have the Santana Reed family, Angelise and Danielle. Who can't forget the infamous Yabba-Doo?
Yabba-Doo!
Miss Briscoe herself. We also have the Jackson family, Kimberly and Amir. We have half of the Clark family, Ebony. We also have Christina Rose joining us remotely later. Thank you all for being here. So let's get right to it. Angelise and Danny, can y'all walk us through the IVF process?
So with the IVF process, we did reciprocal IVF, which is I use Danielle's eggs and I carry her embryos. This is our fourth time doing that. Our third time doing with Danielle's embryos, and it finally took. Pretty much what we have to do is Danielle will do the injection part, so we'll have to do what is called stimming with injections every day, 1 to 2 injections a day. And then once she has enough eggs or follicles, then we'll do the retrieval. And then once we do the retrieval, the lab, right, they keep them for 5 to 6 days to watch the progression. And then once the embryos progress, then they'll grade the embryos from A to C and let us know how they're doing, how they're progressing. And then from there, they have to sync my body up. So I have to wait another month, and then we do a frozen embryo transfer. And my part is a little bit easier. All they have to do is just kind of place the embryo in the uterus, and we go from there. Well, damn, are you going to talk?
Well, you kept going. I wanted to talk about the process of the shots. How heavy it was.
Tell us the feeling about the pregnancy.
Like when you do the shots, you're basically producing multiple.
Look at the camera.
Yeah. What is it? Multiple eggs.
Follicles.
Right? So when you take the shots, you're taking like 2 shots a day, and you're basically producing a lot of follicles. So it could be really heavy. You can have bloating. It's almost like you're pregnant.
Yeah,
really.
she looked pregnant.
Yeah, you're very
cute.
emotional. There was days I would cry for no reason, get mad, sad.
Big baby.
Yeah, big baby.
And then what we did next was after the transfer. Well, I cheated. I tested early. Wasn't supposed to. I tested at day 5, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like half asleep, and I looked at the test, and I was like, no, that's not a line. And I was like, I'm not pregnant. And I ran in the room, and I took the test to Danielle, and I was like, babe, we're pregnant. And she's like dead asleep, and she's looking at the test with her eyes closed, and she's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, open your eyes, look at the test. And that's whenever we found out, we were pregnant, and now here we are, almost 6 months.
Are you ready? Yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm ready. Oh my God, are you ready? I'm nervous too, and it's not even me, but let's go, let's do it. This is exciting, man. Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
And I cried for like 4 days straight.
Yeah, and
Just
she
cried.
missed work for the first week.
Yeah,
of
for the
pregnancy.
first week. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave her, so
She wouldn't leave me alone. Now she
Yeah.
gets on my nerves every day.
whatever.
So, do y'all plan on having any other children?
Yes, but I won't be carrying the next baby. That will be all Danielle.
Yeah.
So it'd be her turn to do it.
We want at least 2 kids, so we have 1 more embryo left. So I plan on carrying that embryo when our child is about 1 year old. So we'll try again.
So, do you feel the baby moving or kicking?
Yes, I feel her moving a lot more. She kicks very hard, a lot of times on my bladder. But yeah, she moves and it's surreal. People talk about it feels like a little alien inside of you. It really does. It's like something it's a beautiful experience and I just kind of smile or whatever through it, but it's something that I thought would never happen and it has. So it's a great feeling when she does move.
A lot of people know me as the guy that's married to Kimmy Jackson, the photographer. We both do photography together. But a lot of people don't know me as the guy that's transgender. They just know me as the guy. What can I say? I've been transitioning for a little 5 years. Started when I was 29. I started 2 days after my birthday, April 27th, so I started April 29th. I've been on the journey all my life, as you can say.
Amir, so we know you have concerns about possibly backlash and coming out as transgender. Have there been any incidents since appearing on the series?
No, I can't say that in particular. I just have a lot of people coming up to me asking me what is taco and hot dogs that I had to ask a question about, which disturbed me until I seen the last episode of the round table, which was very disrespectful, degrading transgender people. Other than that, no, I haven't.
As I'm sure you are aware that there is a huge transgender community, and coming out as you did helped many others in being comfortable in their skin. We wanted to acknowledge and thank you for taking the risk as you helped many in doing so. So Kimberly, you also stepped outside of the box and addressed mental health issues.
Who is Kimmy? Who is Kimberly? And I've had many dark nights. I've developed other people. I have 3 personalities. Kimmy is what the club knows. She's bubbly, she's funny, she does everything for anybody. Then there's Kimberly. She's just sad, she's quiet. She doesn't really do anything. She's melancholy, she's hurting, she cuts. She has suicidal ideations. Then there's Kamisha. She bitch, she don't play. She's the one that sleeps with everybody. She's the one she slept with about 25 men and about 35 women and some at the same time because she didn't know her worth.
Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. I mean, I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, PTSD, since I was about 40. Kind of knew I've always had it, you know, with the temper tantrums and the feelings of sadness and not wanting just wanting to always give up on life. So I've always dealt with that. It was pretty hard until I decided to get some help. And it took a friend to say, hey, get your butt in this car. We're going to go to JPS right now. You're going to that floor and you're going to get checked out. And when I saw people walking around in there looking crazy, I was like, oh, I gotta get it right. And when my son, who was 19 at the time, said, Mom, how could you do that to me? I need you. That hurt me. And from then on, I said, I cannot say I want to commit suicide anymore. And I started to live through my child. I started to say, okay, I'm going to do this, but I got to do this because Christian needs me. But then as he got older and didn't need me more, and I fell back into that stage again. So then I met my husband, who also helped me during that time. And at my most vulnerable time, I was telling my story on stage, and that's when he proposed to me. And he made me feel like I was the best person in the world.
Oh.
And to go back to what he said earlier, I do want to apologize in front of the whole world for disrespecting you about your gender. And I didn't mean to misgender you in that way. And I want to let you know that if it had not been for you, I'd probably be just a memory.
Oh.
No one has ever put up with what I go through but him. And every day when I walk out the house, I know I have him. I got somebody to live for now, and he's helping me to live for me.
So what were some of the symptoms?
Just not wanting to be here, feeling left out, just feeling like I didn't fit in. You know how you try to put a plug in backwards? Just doesn't fit.
Do you see a therapist?
I do. Not often because of work, but I try to go often, especially when it gets to that point. But during that time, I've learned how to cope. I have a journal. Babe buys me journals all the time. I have like 50 journals. I write all the time. On every other Thursday, I'm in Yava's chair. That's therapy right there. And getting cute at the same time. And when I walk out that barbershop, it's a new confidence. You can't tell me nothing. I may be 260, but when I leave that shop, I'm 125.
We cute at 260. Your personality, you cute all the time.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like to share?
Yeah, if you're hurting, and you feel like there's no way out, if you feel like you can't do it on your own, there's always some help. There's suicide hotlines. There's support groups that you can go to. And whatever, don't let nobody tell you to let it go. Don't let nobody tell you just to get over it. Don't let nobody tell you that, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to deal with what you have to go through. And the first step is getting help and admitting that, yeah, I do need help with this. So don't be afraid. I know back in the day, the mothers used to say, what goes on this house stays in this house. Or, no, don't worry, if that's just all in your head. Just like if somebody is diabetic, you it's a sickness. It's the same way. Just because it doesn't show up on test results, you can be bipolar, you can be mental, you can have any type of mental illness. I know I'm rambling, but I know you get the point. Just don't let nobody tell you that you can get over it like that by yourself. You need help. Don't be afraid to ask for it, because if I need $5 for lunch, I'm going to ask him, because I can't go without my cookies every day. You got to ask for help. I'm sorry. You got to ask for help. But yeah, get help. There's a suicide hotline. I'm sure to be posted down below so you can get the help you need.
It shouldn't be. This feels painful, and it shouldn't feel painful.
You need a break?
Huh?
You need a break? You need something?
No, I'm thinking that I might need a drink. I might need a shot or something.
Do I just pull this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a break.
And then the box goes with you, I believe.
But I can't jump up on that stage.
Just go ahead and walk across because he's working on it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Ariel.
Area.
And do it, and we can.
But
plug
I'm
it in
sitting
the
here
middle.
right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do
How
the
you gonna
questions
answer our
right now.
questions?
I'm not gonna ask ours. I'm gonna do everybody else's, and then have maybe you ask ours, have one of them ask ours. Yeah, but I'm sitting here right now. We got to get it in, and Ariel's not prepared for that at all. Even if we have to go back and do it on a green screen at our house. So Yava, what's going on in your world? The question all the ladies want to know, is there anyone special in your life right now?
I'm saying my money is my woman right now, so you know all the rest just fall in line where it fall in line. But at the end of the day, the only thing I'm really focused on is my career right now. Feel me?
Heard that you got women all across town and they clowning and jealous.
Like they was waiting on me to get this divorce, because man, my DLB. I've been divorced for probably about a year and a half, and my ex-wife, she's moved on, but right now, I'm really focused on being the best version of me, so I can be the best version of me to somebody else. And right now, I'm not looking for no fiance. I'm looking for my Beyonce. So the other day, I met Tracy and Chester at the firewalk, and I come in to work today, and my client's telling me that some chick popped up at the shop looking for me. Rule number 1, ladies, don't pop up at the shop. I don't play that.
Yava, how has business been for you? We know you have big things going on with some sponsors, products out in beauty supply stores. Tell us about that.
I got hair shows, magazines, that I'm doing photo shoots for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm focused on.
Christina Rose, tell us, what's the deal with that?
At the time, me and my girlfriend, at the moment, you know, she wasn't being really real. She was entertaining other people, so we ended up breaking up, which led to hold on. I gotta go back, because I gotta tell this story the way. Christina, let's see. Me and Christina met back in 2010. At the time, I was going through a little breakup with the girlfriend I had at the time, because she was too busy entertaining other people. So, you know, I kind of got mad. We kind of separated, and Christina had a party at the club. At the time, I was one of the biggest club promoters on a Friday night. I had the ranch. And so we became friends after that.
Christina Rose could not be with us today, but we have her remotely for a few words. Hey, Christina.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry that I could not make it to the reunion, but unfortunately I am in Colorado trying to wrap up my moving and relocation to Dallas, but I wish I could be there with you all. There's a couple things I do want to say, you know, and address for Yava. I just want you to know that pretty much the relationship that we have, you know, me and you both know that it's never going anywhere, because for one, we have a 10-year friendship. I've been knowing you for so long, so we both know that it's always going to be love there. You know, and to the females, exes, or whoever you think you are to her, I'm never going anywhere. I'm always going to be relevant. And you know, especially one of your exes that had a lot to say about my child. Yes, just, you know that I know. Trust me, that's never going to be forgotten. And that's just like, you really have a nasty, nasty soul. So just know that I do know. And that will be dealt with. But to all of you bitches that think that I'm going somewhere, I'm not. And she's not. Okay, so let's just make that very clear. Bye, guys.
We got to see glimpses of the baby on the series. She is a gorgeous little soul. Consider yourself lucky to be a part of her life. We wish you guys well on your co-parenting journey. EC, you have had quite a season.
We really just was, went out of town and kind of chilled out and was having, like a relaxing weekend, no grandkids, just chilling. And we got ready to leave, and I was wondering why she wasn't packing and getting ready to go. She had something to tell me. And she told me to sit down, and she handed over the sonogram picture.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, you found out with a sonogram picture?
I said, what?
Oh, I wish someone would do that to me, girl.
What is this?
Fuck that.
And then it didn't dawn on me until I actually read her name at the top of the paper that this was hers and not another grandbaby coming.
You're laughing like this is funny.
Oh, no, I wasn't laughing then.
Man. Since that baby came, it's been a lot, honey.
Man, who are you telling? Yeah. We have heard way too many rumors.
I bet.
So did you do, artificial, like a turkey baster?
A turkey baster.
Oh, so you guys did not have actual
no intercourse.
I got one more thing here.
Come on, man.
Okay, well, your wife, she went and talked to my wife. They had some kind of little sit down when she was planning out the wedding over again. And
all right, old girl talk.
Yeah, they had girl talk. So she started telling her how she didn't fuck old dude. They ain't had no kind of sex.
That's what I was told.
All that they was just, she used the turkey baster and let him know, we ain't gonna be no family or nothing. We just gonna have a baby together.
That's what I was told.
And I was thinking when Tracy was talking, I was like, well, why is Ebony all upset if they ain't did nothing,
I was upset because it was done without me.
Can you tell us what it felt like to see your life being told to the world about suspected infidelity?
I felt relief. I felt the taste of reality. Just hearing it or seeing it from another point of view was a good thing for me. And actually hearing my story come out of my mouth was a good thing for me. A lot of hurt, a lot of anger, but it helped me to compress everything and put everything together into a form where I know where I want to stand with my family. So that's about it. I just felt that in my heart to just stay.
Do you realize that a lot of couples go through infidelity? Most couples don't make it through those issues of infidelity, but you stayed. Can you tell us why you stayed?
I was raised around foundation. I was raised around commitment. I was raised around family. I had no other way. I had no other choice. I did have a choice, but then I didn't have a choice because I knew that a lot of families and a lot of marriages go through a lot of things. And the kind of family that I was raised in, my daddy have numerous of baby mamas. So for my mother to come into a relationship and already had children and she didn't have any, and she had to accept that from him, then to see her be strong and to live through it and to guide and to protect those children that wasn't hers, I just knew that I wanted to be that strong woman. So I stayed. I'm hoping that my story gave somebody the light to know that not walking away is not always, an option. Stay. Love your family. It's nothing that you can't make it through if you love each other.
Can you tell us how old the baby is now and what is your role in her life? We're told that they call you, or the baby calls you, Mama E.
Yes. Jakaria is 1. She'll be 2 in November. She's a feisty little something right now. She's walking. She says this and Mama. And I know that Mama is Mama. And yes, I am Mom E. Not M-O-M-M-Y. I'm M-O-M-E. So I came up with that name because I didn't want to give her a name that will have me a name that was more manly. But I wanted her to know that she had 2 mothers that actually truly love her. And so a lot of times when I'm rocking her to sleep, I always tell her that she's my baby, she's my beautiful baby girl. And I always tell her before she closes her eyes, you have 2 mommies that rock.
We also noticed that your wife isn't here with us today. Is there any reason why?
Muffin chooses not to become or be part of the show anymore. She feels like she has given enough of her life, her personal life, and she just feels like she wants to stay home and concentrate more on Jakaria. So with that being said, she still supports me. She'll still be around to, give me that pat on the back, but for now, no, she will not be recording.
Well, we most certainly hope that you two can work it out for your family's sake. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love you all.
Is there anything else you want to leave us with?
Nope, I'm good.
Born and raised Santa Monica, California. Beach girl.
And I'm Chester, Angela Chester, born and raised in Hamilton Park, Texas. I own a company called Deliveries on Demand.
And I am the creator of Pride Wives.
They still tripping. They don't really believe in gay relationships. I guess you would call it homophobic.
My wife and I decided that we were going to renew our vows this year. Only this time, we're going to invite our friends and our family. Yes, even my wife's homophobic family.
Yeah, we're going to invite my family, and it's going to be kind of interesting because they don't invite us to anything. But I'm sure this will be an event that they come to just so that they'll have something to talk about, and it gives them an opportunity to judge. We're still not speaking. They still don't bring their kids around. I don't think they would be supportive of our marriage.
So with our vow renewals, we are thinking about going back to Cali and doing it. And the first time it was like a private kind of a situation for us as well. We were just in West Hollywood because our anniversary spot is Las Vegas because that's where we kind of first met. So we went to West Hollywood and got married and then left there and drove to Vegas. But this time around, we want to kind of have family involved in. Although my family is really supportive and I don't have a whole lot of issues, but that's kind of like Cali, that's the West Coast.
Right,
and then my wife's family is, of course, here from Dallas, and so it's not quite as friendly.
Man, it's always something, I swear.
be pretty interesting to see how this whole thing plays. As far as we go, we are still planning on our vow renewal. We're just not sure if we're going to be doing it in front of our friends and family or if we're going to do it by ourselves. What do you think, babe?
It went really well when we did it by ourselves the first time. We were a little nervous, but I think, 6 years into the relationship, we're a little bit more comfortable with each other and our situation, knowing that we don't have a lot of support. So I think that we'll be fine just renewing our vows amongst our friends.
And so we've been together now 6 years. And we'll be celebrating our 5-year anniversary in June.
For marriage.
That's right, 5-year anniversary for marriage.
We got together June the 4th and we got married June the 3rd the following year.
Mm-hmm. And it has been quite a challenge for me, being from California, moving to Texas. It's been a completely different type of an environment, but I think I'm doing pretty well in figuring out how to navigate this thing called gay in Dallas, Texas, which is a lot different than California.
It's a lot different. But one thing about it is your family support makes me feel welcome, and it gives me that welcome that I'm missing from my own family in Texas. Not all my family, but I do have a lot of supportive cousins and, distant family, but it just kind of closes in the space with your family.
Right, and that's cool because my family definitely loves you. They treat you like you belong to them.
Yeah.
So
I do.
Yeah, so that works out well. Why don't you tell the audience about your business and how long you've been in business and what you do?
I own a company, a corporation called DOD Express Incorporated. Also known as Deliveries on Demand. I've had the company for 12 years. We pretty much do hot shots for the major fast food restaurants whenever they run out of what they have, or if the 18-wheeler has forgotten a pallet or so, then we actually take it to the stores. And Texas, all over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, and all the surrounding states of Texas. Business has been really good over the years. I really appreciate it. I'm blessed. God just handpicked me for this, and I really appreciate it. And it has been good enough for me to do everything I've wanted to do in life, as well as allow my wife to pursue her dream.
Absolutely. The business has definitely been doing very well, and it has allowed us to live a very good life. So I'm grateful and thankful to you for that. I know a lot of people have asked, what are our future plans for Pride Wives? And I do want to say that we are looking to expand. We are now going to be I think our next place is going to be Atlanta. So we're looking at doing Pride Wives of Atlanta. After that, we'll be going to LA. So we'll be looking at Pride Wives of LA. So our upcoming season 2 will be Pride Wives Dallas. But while we're working on Pride Wives Dallas, we'll also be doing some casting and looking for new couples to be doing our Pride Wives of Atlanta.
And we've already actually interviewed a few, and it's looking pretty promising.
Absolutely. As well as Pride Wives with Dallas, we are looking at bringing on a couple of more couples. We do have another couple that's going to be joining us for season 2. So look out for our new couples as well as our new season 2, as well as Pride Wives of Atlanta. Thank you all for being here for the Pride Wives of Dallas all-cast reunion. We appreciate all of you and all the hard work you have done in season 1, and we look forward to an even better season 2. Thank you.
I got drip If you think you know a thing about me, you might be wasting your time. Why you sitting here worried about me? I'm just worried about